Hey, you're watching the JV Disney Show, where I talk about all things Disney, including updates, rumors, and so much more. If you're as passionate about Disney as I am, this is definitely the show for you. Hi everyone, I'm Justin Blogging, and if you've been here before, thanks for tuning in, and if you're new, welcome. Now, as you heard by my intro, I'm going to be talking about all things Disney. It's always been a passion of mine. Now, I just want to make some things clear. Some things I talk about will be rumors. They're not all facts. But I will tell you if it is a rumor. Otherwise, you can bet I'm telling you true information. Now, without further ado, let's get going. The first thing I want to talk about is the new ride coming to the France Pavilion at Epcot, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. This ride is set to open at Walt Disney World's Epcot in summer of 2020. In this ride, you'll be quote-unquote shrunk down to the size of a rat and go through Gusteau's kitchen from the Ratatouille movie on a trackless dark ride, and go through many dangerous situations with Remy the Rat. Now, I'm just going to start off my thoughts on this ride by saying this is already a ride at Disneyland Paris. So if you go on YouTube and search Ratatouille ride, it will be the first thing that pops up. So yeah, you just go on YouTube and you can watch the video and see how it is. And another thing, this is probably my favorite Disney movie of all time, not just in Pixar, but of all time. I love this movie so much, mainly because I think it's about food, and if you don't know, like, I love food. But anyways, I used to watch this movie like every single night before I went to bed. Like, I was obsessed with Ratatouille. It's such a cool movie. I don't know why. Like, I also love like fancy foods and stuff, and this movie was set in Paris, and it just gave it like a really cool feel as well. And I had been wanting a Ratatouille ride at Disney so much. I saw the video on YouTube and for Disneyland Paris, and I was like, oh my gosh, we need this in Disney World. And lo and behold, here we are, and we have it. So I was very, very excited when I found out that this was going to be a thing. And I think my favorite thing about this ride is, if you haven't seen the video, I'll put a picture up of the carts right now. Like, the carts look like little rats, and you're basically playing as a rat going through the kitchen. Like I said, you get shrunk down, and everything around you is ginormous, and it looks like you're actually a rat. And I think that'll capture the feel that they're really wanting, like, really, really well. Because if you've seen the video, then it literally looks like you're in the movie. Like, it's really, really cool. And the next picture I want to put up is the picture of the fridge. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. The animation in this is like spot on to how I would imagine if I were in the movie. It looks like you're in the actual fridge, and then it has like Remy and his brother fighting over food or a grape. And it looks so cool. It looks like you're actually in the movie, which I think is amazing. Oh, and I don't have a picture for this, but you get taken into like different rooms. So you go into like where they have all the big props and stuff, and then it takes you into a room, right? And you like sit there for a minute or two, and then it takes you into another one, and then you sit at another screen. So you go through all these different rooms and stuff, and then you sit somewhere, and I guess that's while other ones are passing. You're waiting for it to like sort of reset, I guess. But the ride looks really smooth and nice, so that's not an issue. And not only are you in Gusteau's kitchen, you're actually like in Paris, going around as a rat, as you can see in this picture, where you're outside and they have like you're going by people's windows and there's pipes and everything. I think that'll look super cool. A lot of supers there. And another cool thing I think is also that like sort of fits in with the big props is, if you remember in the movie when Remy's like first running through the kitchen and he falls in the sink and almost gets cooked in the oven and all of that, he goes under like a stove and like fire shoots out from the bottom. And in the ride, if you can see in the video, there's like actual like effects that make it look like you're being like shot by fire or whatever. And that looks super cool. And another scene from the movie is that whenever Remy like jumps on the little like wheel cart to take it into the dining room, like the main dining room, he's on the cart and under it, and he has to like run out And so in this ride, you actually get taken into the dining room, and also Skinner, who is the bad guy in the movie, is like reaching under the cart trying to catch Remy and you the entire time, and I think that's a really nice effect. So anyways, yeah, that's just pretty much my basic thoughts on the ride and how I'm very excited for this. I think I forgot to mention this, but I think that this was there was like an accident where someone fell off of some construction that they were doing on this ride, and I don't know, I think that was this ride. I believe it was. Like that's an example of a rumor. So I'm not sure. I'm sure you can find it, but I don't know. And also, I forgot to mention, like I said, this ride is a trackless ride, so that means that I think it's magnets they use to move you out like or all around throughout the ride. Um, but the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway attraction that I talked about in the first episode of the JV Disney podcast is also a trackless ride. Don't think I mentioned that, which is a like very big part of the ride, so I'm surprised I didn't. But yeah, this is um, also a trackless ride, so I hope that we have more like that because I think that really adds more of a like a lets you know how far we've come with technology and now that they're using it in like roller coasters and stuff, so that's really neat. And another thing I'd really like to see added to the park is I don't know if that has to be in every country, but like maybe in every other country, they could put a ride or some sort of attraction because Disney has people from all sorts of countries and like okay, in China they could put like a Mulan ride, and like in Norway they already have a Frozen ride there, so I don't know why they couldn't do more like that. And also in like let me think, what other rides or countries are there? And then in Germany, you could do like a Rapunzel ride because I'm pretty sure that that's where Rapunzel's from. So like that would be really cool. And I'm just thinking of like in the movie Tangled when like they're doing the lantern scene. If that were a ride, that would look amazing. But anyways, that's enough about the Ratatouille ride. So I'm just going to move on to the next topic. The second thing I want to talk about is the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue Restaurant coming to Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. This eatery is themed around the Toy Story franchise and the Woody's Roundup TV show in Toy Story 2. This eatery is meant to be 3 cardboard boxes taped together and made into a rodeo arena. This barbecue restaurant, and for now, this is a barbecue restaurant, and for now, there is no official date for this to open. Now, this eatery looks unbelievably good. If you see by the picture, it's pretty big. It doesn't. This part right here just looks like one like small room, but if you look like further back in the picture, there's people sitting, so you can see how big the building actually is. And it's a table service restaurant, so that means that you will sit down, and it'll be a nice like dining restaurant. And I think that'll be a good change to some of the things at Disney because a lot of restaurants there aren't really like. I mean, yeah, there's places to sit down, but they're not really like indoor, nice, like themed restaurants, and I think that this would be a really cool change. And this is set to be in Toy Story Land, and they already have the Woody's Lunchbox restaurant there, like what I don't know, like stand concession. It's not really concessions. I don't know what you call it, but I'll touch more on that later. And like I said, this is a table service restaurant, so if you look at some of the cast members working there, like they are dressed up in like cowboy and cowgirl attire. It looks really really funny and cool. And also, like I said, there's no date right now, official I would say set date, because I'm sure if I dig hard enough I might find an estimate to when it might be open, but I don't want to like I said some things will be rumors, but I like to have an official set date before I officially say something like that. But yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to open for a little while because this is pretty much one of the only pictures I found of this restaurant. So yeah, it's probably not going to open for a little while. And this is themed around the Toy Story franchise and the Woody's Roundup gang. So in Toy Story 2, if you remember, whenever Woody found Jesse, Stinky Pete, Bullseye, and all them, he found out he was in a TV show. So this is based around that, and it's supposed to be an arena. So you're in there, and there's like a rodeo going on. So yeah. Now I'm really excited for this. I almost wanted to say attraction. I'm really excited for this restaurant. But as strange as it sounds, even though I'm from the South and this shouldn't be normal. It's not normal, but I don't like barbecue. Hey, sorry for the weird like long pause. My laptop just started like glitching. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, so yeah, as I left off, I don't like barbecue, and as weird as that sounds, like I like barbecue sauce, but I don't like ribs or anything like that. I don't know why. I like meat. I'm not vegan or anything. I don't like ribs or stuff like that. But as weird as it sounds, I am still excited for this restaurant, mainly because of the atmosphere. Now, if you see the picture that I put up a minute ago, like, wow. Wow. That is, like, breathtaking. That's so unimaginable, like, it looks amazing. They're using lots of the characters, throughout the whole restaurant. And I wonder if they're gonna be interactive. I'm not sure, but I think that would be really, really cool. Now, another thing I want to talk about is I'm sure that when you think barbecue, you think, like I said, like ribs and stuff like that. But who knows? Because I want to touch on Woody's Lunchbox for a minute. In Toy Story Land, there is I still don't know what to call it, like concession or whatever, that serves many like strange things. Like they're normal but also strange. So they have now I have the menu up right here, so it might take me a second to find it, but I want to briefly talk about a couple of things in these pictures. I'm not sure what the green drink is. I'm sure I'll find it in a second. Hang on. Okay, so it's apparently called Mystic Portal Punch, which is Powerade with Mountain Berry Blast. Sorry, Powerade Mountain Berry Blast with flavors of lemon, lime, and tangerine. That sounds different. I mean, I'd give it a try. I mean, whatever. But okay, so I'm gonna touch on a few things on the right. Obviously, I'm pretty sure the orangish, like red orange color is tomato soup, and then there is a one second. Let's see. Okay. The smoked turkey sandwich. I think that's thick sliced smoked turkey breast, lettuce, and tomato with are served on sunflower multigrain. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty good. I'd probably try that as well. And then there's like this macaroni thing. There's a grilled cheese. And now we're gonna move to the left side. And now the thing I think that I'm most eager to try is the whole like homemade Disney Park Pop Tarts. They're not called that. They're called lunch box tart. Come on, you know what they are. It says chocolate hazelnut lunch box tart, chocolate hazelnut stuffed pastry coated in maple fondant, and candied, or what does that say? Sorry, candied bacon. I've never heard of that. That sounds strange, but okay. I'd give that a try. And the next thing is a seasonal lemon blueberry lunchbox tart. It says with lemon filling and blueberry frosting. So, oof, that sounds good. Okay, and the final thing on there is called tachos, which this is a lot. Potato barrels coated with beef and bean chili, shredded cheese, and a signature queso with tomatoes and corn chips, finished with sour cream and a sprinkle of green onions. That sounds so good. I want to try that like right now. So I think I've got my point across that these are like pretty unique dishes, especially the Pop Tarts and the potato. I mean, not saying that like grilled cheese and stuff like that is obviously not unique, but like the drinks and stuff, and especially the desserts. I'm really excited to see what desserts they have at this restaurant. But yeah, so that's basically gonna be it about the barbecue Woody's Roundup. I'm looking for the name here. Hold up. It's sad that I don't even know the name of the only thing I'm talking about. So, Roundup Rodeo Barbecue Restaurant. I'm excited for that. Okay, so that'll be it for this episode. Sorry if it seemed all over the place, because I almost feel like it is. But I was meant to do one with my my sister today, or yesterday, and she can't do it right now for other reasons. So, yep, I guess it's gonna have to wait till next week for her to be on here. But yeah, so I still hope you enjoyed this video. I had to do this in one day, come up with a script and everything. So Yay me. But that'll be it. So for now, this episode has been about the Ratatouille ride coming to Walt Disney World and the new Roundup Barbecue Eatery coming to Walt Disney World as well. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you know lots about Disney, just leave a comment down below and tell me you want to be in my podcast. And I will be posting every Sunday, except for today, sorry. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to y'all later. Just keep swimming.